Hello there, welcome to Maths Vibe. Name is Senosh, and today we'll tackle a question on change of subject. I hope you are ready. Let's move. Alright, so now the question we have is given that 1 over x plus 2 over y is equal to 1 over z. A. Make y the subject of the relation, and B. If x is equal to -5 and z is equal to 10, find the value of y, leaving the answer as a mixed number. Alright, so how do we go about this question? This is a change of subject, and change of subject is one of the basics of mathematics. We apply it a lot. Whenever you're dealing with equation, you're most likely going to apply some change of subject. Okay, so since it's the basis of mathematics, I think as somebody who is going to take mathematics in your academics, I think you should make sure you familiarize yourself with the concept of this change of subject, because it's going to help you a lot. Alright, so in this case we have what if a change of subject in a fraction form, and whenever you are dealing with change of subject and your expression is in a fraction form, the first thing to come to mind is to find my LCM. Okay, if you can find your LCM, the next thing you do is to multiply each of the terms by your LCM, and you arrive at an answer that will make your work simple to simplify. See what I did there? Okay, so now you have 1 over x plus 2 over y equals 1 over z. So how do we find the LCM? And since these are variables, to get the LCM is quite simple. You just need to combine the variables, and that will be your LCM. You don't need to look for LCM anywhere. So in this case, I believe you can guess what our LCM will be. Our LCM is x, y, z, which is a combination of the denominators of the terms. Okay, so once we found our LCM, all we are going to do is to multiply each of the terms by our LCM. So we pick the first one, we multiply it by x, y, z. So x, y, z times 1 over x, and then x plus x, y, z times 2 over y equals x, y, z times 1 over z. Easy, right? Good. So now, before then, we must do some cancellation. Okay, so x will cancel x, y will cancel y, and then z will cancel z. Okay, so now we are left with x yz plus 2xz equals xy. Okay, so yz plus 2xz equals xy. All right, so now we are looking for y. We want to make y the subject. We want y to stand alone. Okay, so what do we do? So in this case, you can decide to do it anyhow you want. However, you can group your like terms so that you have the y's at one side. You can decide to do it. All right, so if you like, you can send the 2xz to this side, and bring the xy to this side. But the thing is, if you send 2xz to the right side, it will become negative. Okay, and which is not wrong, but it's always good to work with positive numbers, because sometimes students forget to put the negative there. Okay, and they end up getting the answer wrong. The method will be correct, but the answer will be wrong. So to avoid this, you have tried as much as possible to avoid negatives in your answer as much as possible. All right, so let's box on. So for me, we would rather send the yz to the right side. Okay, now that we have the y's at one side, we can now go ahead and factorize. Okay, so y is common to the x, is common to the z, so we can bring the y out so that we'll see what is left in the bracket. Okay, so in factorizing, when we bring the y out, we're left with what? X, okay, minus z. If you multiply y times x, you get xy. If you multiply y times z, you get yz. Okay, so we didn't change anything, we just factorize. Okay, so now that we factorize, the next step is to find a way to remove this x minus z from here so that the y can stand alone. Okay, so in doing so, we're gonna have divide both sides by x minus z. So once we do that, this will cancel, and we'll be left with y at one side. So now we've successfully made y the subject, so therefore our y is equal to 2xz over x minus z. Okay, so we have successfully made y the subject from this expression. Okay, so now we move to the b part of the question. The b part of the question is saying if x is equal to -5 and z is equal to 10, we should find the value of y. Okay, so this is what we got for y. We got y to be 2xz over x minus z. So to replace these variables with the numbers, so the value of x is now -5 and the value of z is now 10. So wherever we see x, we are going to put -5, and then wherever we see z, we are going to put 10. Okay, we'll do this the same thing to the denominator as well. So in doing so, you realize we have what? 2 times -5. Okay, the x is now -5 and the z is 10, and then down here -5 minus 10. Okay, so 2 times -5 will give us -10, and -10 times 10 will give us -100. -5 minus 10 will give us -15. Okay, so we're going to have something like this. So the negatives will cancel. 5 will go into 120 times, and 5 will go into 15 3 times. So we will end up getting this fraction 20/3, which is an improper fraction. But the question is saying we should leave our answer in a mixed number form, is mixed fraction. All right, so what you've been doing all your life, it's time to put it out work. Okay, so now To change this to a mixed fraction, we'll see how many times can 3 go into 20, and 3 will go into 20 6 times, because 3 times 6 is 18, and 18, it will be left with what? 2 to get to 20, so 2 over 3. Okay, so our final answer will be this whole number 2 over 3. So this brings us to the end of the video. Alright, so remember, to get better at maths, you need to practice a lot. Okay, you need to practice a lot, because maths is the basis of life itself. Okay, day in, day out, we are always calculating. So to get better, you need to what? Practice. Thank you, and have a great day. Cheers.